Ain't no M's in my bank account, but it's in my goal. I say fuck being broke, boy that shit is getting old. If she throw that pussy at me, I'ma catch it cause I'm open. I ain't talking USC when I say I keep the Trojans. Ain't no shame in my shit, from the struggle to the top. Got no milk, fuck it, eat.
What's going on, everybody? The Island Ricks coming to you live with yet another video. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to click that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be a part of the notification squad. So I want to talk to y'all about Errol Spence. Errol Spence has a fight coming up this Saturday versus Lamont Peterson. So I go to the Fight Hype website every once in a while, to keep myself updated. And, I came across an article titled Notes from the Boxing Underground, Errol Spence's doom. So I'm going to give my take on it and see do I agree or disagree. I will leave the link in the description box so you guys can read it for yourself. It says, Errol Spence is one of the most exciting fighters on the planet, but that doesn't matter a damn bit. Even alongside the talent currently crammed into the upper tier of the welterweight division, Spence is on the road to nowhere. And unless his team works to clear a path for him to build his star, he's more likely to be a could-have-been fighter than a Hall of Fame legend. So I'm going to just pretty much wrap everything up, ball everything up into one. So they said that, Lamont Peterson is a stay busy fight. And pretty much Keith Thurman has no intention on fighting Errol Spence. And then they go talking about, how Top Rank, how Terrence Crawford pretty much is not going to be able to fight Errol Spence because pretty much, Bob Arum and, Al Heyman doesn't have the best relationship. So, they just go on to talk about how, just trying to say that Errol Spence is doomed and, he's not going to get any fights. So it's going to leave him inactive and he's going to be fighting a bunch of boring fights. So they feel like if he's fighting a bunch of boring fights, then it's just going to doom his career. And I do agree somewhat with what they were saying. This article made a lot of great points. They're pretty much saying, because nobody wants to fight Errol Spence, it'll pretty much kill his career. Terrence Crawford, I said I didn't think that fight would happen because, Bob Arum loves to keep the money in-house. And unless Terrence Crawford buys his way out of his contract, I don't think, that fight with Terrence Crawford will happen. What I think has to happen is after Keith Thurman has his tune-up bout, I think Al Heyman and Showtime should have a meeting and do a purse bid, because money talk. And, just listening to Keith Thurman and the things that he says and reading his body language, it all seems like it's all money driven. Like he doesn't have that passion anymore, I could go back over some, different scenarios and give you like some storylines. Like, he was calling out Mayweather, when he could have fought other fighters. Like he had a chance to fight other fighters. But he was so persistent and he was so persistent on calling Mayweather out. And it was like he wanted Mayweather. It was like he wanted Mayweather so bad. And like Floyd says, a lot of fighters call him out specifically for the payday, because you don't see Errol Spence really eager to call out Floyd Mayweather or eager to fight Floyd Mayweather because he's moving on. He's trying to create his own lane. Like, he don't really care whether he fight Floyd Mayweather or whoever he fight, he's trying to create a new legacy. It's a new day. It's a new time, So, and it just seemed like it was all money driven when he was calling out Floyd Money Mayweather. When Mayweather threw out Errol Spence's name, he said he gave all these other excuses, but it all boiled down to him saying that he wanted $10 million to fight Errol Spence. That was money driven. He said he wants to fight Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was under Top Rank. Whole nother stable. That fight is likely, the fight most likely won't happen, but it just seemed like fighting Pacquiao, it will offer him more money than fighting any other fighter, in the welterweight division. So I just felt like that was money driven, and, they asked Thurman months ago, like, who he want to fight. And this was like, I think after the Danny Garcia fight, he looked fat in the face. And he says names like, names come to mind like Mayweather and Pacquiao, but we don't want to talk about Mayweather's retired, so we don't want to talk about him. And it's like, you was the one who brought you the one who brought Mayweather's name into it. You brought his name up. So to me, it sounds like money. Like he's married, You know, he done got fat. He looked happy, and he sounded like he isn't as hungry as he was. You know, it just seems money driven to me. You know, and I think Showtime should step in and give him a number he can't refuse. You know, because I think that's what it's all coming down to. You know, if they put up big numbers, you know, because Spence don't seem like he's doing it for the money. He seems like he do it for the love and the passion, but wouldn't mind the money to feed his family. You know, everybody wants the money and everybody wants to eat good, but Thurman just seems a little more content at this point. And you know, if Thurman doesn't want the money, you know, which I think he does, you know, I don't think he'd turn down the fight because it's simply about money to me. You know, I don't think it's about the passion anymore. And and they said like, you know, Errol Spence would be doomed because he wouldn't have no other fighter to fight. But I mean, like, wouldn't he be doomed anyway? Because let's say he does fight Keith Thurman right after Keith Thurman tune about later in the summer or later, you know, in December, around that time, November sometime. So after he fights Keith Thurman, then who else is there to fight? You know, because nobody wants to fight him anyway. He has a title now, and nobody want to fight him. So is he automatically doomed anyway, even once he beat Thurman? You know, so, you know, for to me, you know, I think timing will work his way out, you know, which it did for all the great fighters, you know. You know, I think marketing wise, Spence's name could be bigger. But honestly, I blame the interviewers because they ask boring questions. And, you know, the topics that they touch on are boring. So Spence give a boring answer, you know, especially their energy. And, you know, Spence seems like a dude who is quiet, you know, which means he's most likely an introvert. You know, he tries to, it seems to me, you know, these type of people, they try to read you first before opening up, you know, which means he has to get comfortable around you first. You know, and all the trash talking like Bronner or Floyd has been done already. You know, I feel like the people are choosing Errol Spence as the face of as the face of boxing. You know, the people's champ in a sense. And I think it's getting to the point where a lot of boxing sites and channels are getting tired of fans praising him honestly. Like, and I think the people are speaking for him. It's not like with Floyd where he had to tell everybody he was the best and he was going on ESPN and arguing with all these different, you know, all these different reporters, and et cetera, et cetera. You know, they under the same manager, Al Heyman. So I'm pretty sure Al Heyman is going to make sure Errol Spence is in the face of the public and make the right moves and give him the money that, you know, he deserves, and, you know, put him in the spotlight where he you know, needs to be. And if he keep winning in tremendous fashion and knocking fighters through the ring, and and like I said, the topics of the interviews, they got to ask better, you know, questions and more more intriguing questions and more like trendy questions. You know, I think that'd be better if they ask him some trendy questions and, you know, how you feel about society and certain things like that. You know, the fans are, he doesn't have to keep really saying it, honestly, you know, because when you hear him talk, he seems like he's moving on from Keith Thurman. Like, he's not really like chasing Keith Thurman now. Now he's trying to build his own name. You know, and the fans are attacking Keith Thurman, you know, his Instagram and Twitter, saying he's ducking Spence or flooding the boxing channels, comments saying Thurman is runtime, scared, etc. And Spence's confidence is growing. I said that after, like this was before, I said that after he beats Kell Brook, his confidence level will rise. And it seems like the more he wins and the more money he will make, you know, it will rise even more. But you know, this fight's coming this weekend versus Lamont Peterson. You know, I'll be back to give my fight prediction, you know, sometime this week. So y'all stay tuned for that. If you team Spence, much respect to y'all. I hope y'all continue to support this channel. You know, get in that comment box. Let me know how y'all feel. Like, share, subscribe. I'm out.
Yeah. Competition in my mind with your favorite rapper. I keep it G just like the helmet of a Green Bay Packer. No fear tatted across my stomach, you can never scare me. Look at these rappers surviving on popularity shit. Throw them in the lines, then with the killer the god. No Karuchi, but you get your head twist with these claws. Lion King, motherfucker, evil nigga like Scar. Mufasa, you hanging off that cliff, I throw your ass off.